Hello, YouTubers, hello, subscribers. Welcome to my channel. Yes, we're in a new spot today. This is usually where my husband sits when he works, and he's not here. He's went to the office, and it sucks without him here. And he's only been gone for a few hours. I'm like, where's my husband? It's like I can't do anything without him. It's weird. Anyway, moving on. So, have you guys seen the date night? So, I said, oh my God, so we're on date night. I mean, when Meghan does it, she does it, doesn't she? She just puts it all out there. We have the letter that was leaked by her. Then we have her statement. It was stupid. And then she introduces her friend on a screen, and it looks so cheap and stupid to me. I'm gonna have to keep up with what's going on because we got to do a recap. I want to do a live session so bad. And then we have date night. Now all this has happened in the last couple of days, so in my mind is she's working and she's working fast. This is my first thought with Meghan and her antics is that she's upset. Meghan's upset about something that's going on over there at in the UK with the royal family because she has leaked a letter and she's discussing stuff with us in the public, in the media. She's talking to us through the media. And she wants us to know that she's moving on with her life. She's not worried about the royal family. She's not worried about Charles and his coronation. As a matter of fact, she doesn't even care that it's even happening. It's like, I'm moving on. I'm doing what I want to do. And that's what she said in her speech. And she's showing us how she's moving along. But I'll tell you how fake it is in a minute. But I'm setting the scene, guys. Let's set the scene, okay? So Meghan's running around making herself be the center of attention at a moment that she shouldn't be. And it goes to show you that she doesn't care. Because why do you wait right now to start your shenanigans? Why is it so important that you do all of this shenanigan stuff and bring attention to you and Harry? Not really to Harry, because Harry doesn't exist. I'll tell you why. In that date movement, it was so fake. Looked like she called him up and said, let's go to this thing to show that we're still a couple. And he said, okay, and was happy because, Meghan is allowing him to be a part of his life, her life. He's happy to be a part of her world. But no, I think this is a little message. I think it's a snob. I think it's like, I don't care. I'm over here in the United States. I'm doing what I want to. You mistreated me. That's the word on the street, and I'm going to keep it going. That it was unconscious bias. It was racism, and I'm not going. And then she wanted to sneak this in. The reason why she really wasn't going. It wasn't because of Archie's birthday party, and I knew that because you can have a party anywhere. But she's trying to say that she wasn't satisfied with the results. Don't nobody care about what you think and you feel and your results. What I don't understand is Meghan thinks that she's better than everybody else. And not just that. It's that she thinks she's better than everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the Queen of England, as you can see. She doesn't care. She didn't respect the Queen. She didn't respect anyone over there. She treated them like trash because she felt like, I'm coming to town, roll out the red carpet, do what I say, or I'm going to spill it out on the stage. And that's exactly what she did. Because she feels entitled. She feels like since she's the wife of the Prince, Harry, that she should have all these privileges. And I think she's pissed off because the family has not welcomed her back in a way that she wants to be welcomed. Meghan wants to have open arms, come give me a hug, everything is okay, even though you called us racist. Even though you talked about my boobs and my penis. Even when you told secrets that I told you not to tell Harry. Even though Meghan was planting and plotting, and you knew this, Harry, and you let her treat the family anyway because you were so afraid that you would lose her, and you looked like an idiot last night at the game. He looked disheveled. He looked anxious. He looked like he was nervous. It looked like he didn't know if he needed to go right or left. I'll get to that. But let's talk about her motive behind all of this. Because everyone predicted that she would start this shenanigan stuff right before the coronation. Why is she predictable? You know what? If I heard that someone thought that I was going to do the things that they said that I was going to do to make things difficult, I think I wouldn't do it. She wants us to see her new face, her cosmetic. Yeah, she can go do whatever she wants to her face, her body, her look. Catherine ain't tweaking on her face. She's just naturally beautiful and going to age gracefully. While Meghan tried to keep up with those in Hollywood. And she can. Now that she's got her prince and she's a global name, but her reputation is so jacked up. So will people continue to admire her, those that already do? Or will people see through her nastiness and say, uh-oh, there's something smelly here? Why is Meghan coming all out all of a sudden during a time when it doesn't supposed to be about her? Why didn't she do this months before? Why didn't she do this right after the christening? Why didn't she take her team to a Lakers game after the christening? Or after the coronation? Why does everything have to be centered around something? It's time. It is time. It's time for us to get on our planes. It's time for us to pack our bags. It's time for us to get over there to the coronation. It's time to already have our clothes ready and what we're going to wear and everything like this. And Meghan is trying to turn and have everybody look at her in Montecito so she can start her new adventure, because now is the time. So she thought now, during the coronation and during the time where King Charles and her husband, he is so delusional. Harry is so delusional. Why would Harry encourage his wife to do anything that would take away from the coronation? Why would he allow his wife to continue to just do whatever she wants and don't rebuke her at any moment and allow her to make a fool out of himself because he looks like a little puppy dog that just came along to go to date night? It looks like she called him up from wherever he was, and he got so excited and came and said, I will be on my best behavior. I'll be a good boy and come and go with you. It was such a fake display of affection and love and we're togetherness. They're not together. It showed me. Meghan looked like she was on a soap opera. She looked like she was rehearsed. It looked rehearsed. It was overly giddy. Let's start. I wanted to just say that, and I hope that it means something, that we're starting to see it. She's coming out with it. And when I talked about my video yesterday, when I was telling my husband, this was before the Laker game. I said, honey, something's going on. Meghan is popping up. She's talking and she's engaging. And I said, she's showing off her new look. And she's showing us how she's moving on with her life. She's not worried about the king and what's going on over there. As a matter of fact, she doesn't care. I don't care what's going on over there, because if she did, she would be quiet. But she wants everybody to see her new look, her new stuff, and how her and Harry are just getting along way good. More is coming. Brace yourselves. Meghan has decided that this is the best time to reinvent herself and bring out her brand. Why would it be a good idea for her to start branding herself right now during the coronation? But it just goes to show you that she's tone deaf and she's not listening. And she does think this is a game or a soap opera. She does think that this is her life has become, her life is a circus. While she's trying to accuse the media of a circus, she's the circus. She started the allegations. She started chit-chatting to us. She started telling us her truth. So then when we give her our reaction to her dumbness, she doesn't like it. Nope. Listen, it's 1 o'clock, so I can have one. I have to tell myself that because it's so early. But it literally, the Michelob Ultras tastes like water. But anyway, moving on. I'm not trying to justify it. It's me, it's my channel, and let's enjoy it together. And listen, bring your drink, your tea, your wine, whatever you want to bring to my session, because I like to sip and talk. Let's get started. So my first reaction was what I told you about my husband. I said, hubby, I said, what's going on? I said, all of a sudden she's coming out and she needs to be seen. And I was like, there's something going on. I can't pinpoint it. What is it? And then all of a sudden I saw the Laker clip. But before even the Laker clip, I said, she's branding herself. And it's just not the right time to do it. It's just not. I don't know when it will be, but I just don't think it's a good idea for her to be starting to try to brand herself during a time where the focus should not be on Meghan. But she wants to focus on herself. She wants to step out and say, look at me. So she takes her team out, the Archie Well Foundation, her charity, okay? She has a charity. And this charity, she took out her employees. Now, my first thought was, wow, that's something nice I can say about her. That she actually took her team out and did some team things. You know, team building, team whatever. That HR stuff that I think is great. That you support your employees and let them know how much you appreciate them. And that's why I like to tell you guys all the time how I appreciate you. Because I don't exist without you. And so I was like, wow, good for Meghan. My phone's dying. Oh my God. Okay, so I had an issue. Sorry. It's outside the house in the front yard. My battery was dying, so I don't know what I was saying. So we'll just move on from there, okay? Let's pull this back up before a little bit wakes up. She takes her team out, okay? Team building. Woohoo! So I'll say good for her. And then I was just like, well, why is she in the front row? Why is she like being seen? Like, why doesn't she just sit in the back and let her team enjoy it? I said, okay, she's front and center. Okay, who cares? Whatever. And then I wrote, why is she acting like she having fun? It was so fake. It was so rehearsed. It was almost like I was embarrassed for her. I was embarrassed to see them together like that and faking it. That was the first fake moment that I've actually, well, not first, but it was a really, I need to make sure I'm using the right words. It was forced. It was coerced. It didn't feel genuine. It didn't feel like you had a husband and a wife out on a date enjoying themselves. It felt like Meghan had decided that she acted it. It felt acted. It didn't feel genuine. Her laugh was too giddy. She was all over the place. Like she wasn't anything even going on at the time that she was giddy in it. But let's go to it because they showed her on the cam. And I guess when you're on the cam, you're supposed to kiss. It was weird. It like I said, I don't care. You can tell me what you think about the whole Harry's interaction with her. I just felt like it just wasn't genuine. It felt like she was trying too hard to make it seem like it was the best night. And then she was fiddling with Harry to make it seem like he was even better and signaling him. Because that's what she does. She she signals him to do stuff with her when she's touching and moving and pushing on him and puppeteering him. And so then he comes in and starts engaging and thinking to himself, okay, I think it's time for me to start acting. Let me put on my acting hat, because I'm sure she's teaching him some tricks. And so, if I'm not mistaken, he tried to lean over and kiss her or tried to give her a kiss. And she kind of pushes him away. Now, you don't have to get down and dirty when you're kissing on the kiss cam. At least I think they were on the kiss cam. But you know you're subject to being on the kiss cam. So why don't you practice it since you was practicing everything else? Or did it catch her off guard? Because you don't have to kiss like that and tongue it. She could have did like this. Kissed him, or he could have kissed her on the cheek, or anything nice and cute. But you could tell it was just so forced, so rehearsed. And usually I don't analyze her behavior. And I know, and I'm excited about the body language people revealing to us the actual interaction. So let's stay tuned to that. But these are my first thoughts of when I saw these two, and I felt like she should have gave him a kiss, even though it still wouldn't have made any difference because Harry looks miserable. Harry looks like a person that was lost. He didn't look like he knew which way to turn or what to do. He was fidgety. And I'm not going to bring up that he was on drugs or whatever, because I don't know. But I do know it felt uncomfortable. It didn't feel like a connection. It didn't feel natural. They were both fidgety and moving around like they didn't know what to do. It felt forced. So, interesting to know what the body language people have to say about that. But Harry just looked off. He didn't look like himself. You could tell that there's things going on with Harry up here and that he's having a very difficult time. And his wife has manipulated him into every which way. And Harry is just going along for the ride now. He doesn't have a part in her life anymore other than to try to continue to control his family through Harry. And try to keep up a fight that doesn't exist only between Meghan and herself. It feels like now that these two alone have decided that they're going to keep up the mess. They're going to keep up the drama. They're going to keep it going. Because Meghan started the fight. She started the war. She started it. And you can't tell me all of a sudden she doesn't want to talk about it anymore because she's moved on. And she's moved on by all these new things that we're starting to see. The introduction and her going out on the date. And she's with her team of people. No, her PR is working overtime time to help her. But what I don't understand, PR, is that why would you guys do this right now during the coronation? You know, her fans and some of us, not me, wouldn't mind seeing those moments and stuff like that if it was at an appropriate time and place. And right now it's not. Excuse me. I just don't think so. So no, let's move on. Harry's not fooling me. He's not fooling anyone. I wish I could, no, I don't know what I wish I could say, but I'm eyeing Harry more so than I'm eyeing Meghan, because Harry's the one that's about to just crack, because you can only hold so much. That's what I was talking about. Them two keep up the mess. Them two keep up the drama. Them two are the ones that are the villains. They're the ones that don't want to have a relationship with the royal family. They're the ones that are attacking. They're the ones that's pointing the fingers. Nobody else is pointing the fingers. No one's saying from that end. And so they continue. I believe that they have somewhat private conversations with the family. And when Meghan doesn't like what's going on, she decides to throw things out there. I do believe she's pissed off because she's not going to the coronation and people are talking about the coronation and not talking about her. I want you to talk about me. I think she does want to take the limelight away from the royal family because she's jealous. And it's hard for her to see that go on without her for some reason. It's amazing. You tell me what you think. These are just things I'm throwing out that you guys are probably thinking as well. Let me know what you think. Let's move on. Did you see the lady that walked in front of Meghan during the during her moment? You know, Meghan's moment was interrupted by this woman walking in front of her. Now, let's talk about the woman because I think that she was a little rude. And I think it was a little just not. She should have walked around. The lady that walked in front of Meghan, to me, if she had thought it through, to walk around Meghan, not in front of her. And I just thought that was a little distasteful. Let me know what you think. These are just little details that I noticed. But you can't tell me that Meghan was not upset that she walked in front of her. Because as narcissistic as she is, she doesn't want anyone to take her moment. And she did. Because I was looking at the lady that was walking past in front of her and still trying to figure out what was going on behind with Harry and Meghan. Let me know what you think about the woman. And I believe that Meghan's upset with her for walking in front of her. That was Meghan's camera moment. It was. And, you know, if it was me, I probably would have been like, it's almost like you're performing because Meghan is performing. And if I'm performing and you walk in front of me, how can my audience see what's going on? Can't tell me Meghan ain't thinking that. Harry looked lost. He didn't know what to do. Almost as if Harry was shocked she had asked him out. I know I said that already, but I want to reiterate that. Harry was almost excited like a kid in the candy store that his wife had asked him out to the Lakers game. It wasn't his idea. Harry is living in a world where he just do. He doesn't have an opinion. And so the conversation that they thought that they were having during the camathon was fake. It was. It just looked whatever. She needs attention. She's not getting enough good attention. She's getting bad attention. So I'm going to assume that Meghan, this new look of hers, she wants us to see. And she wants us to be like, ooh, she does. She looks beautiful. But yeah, she can get her stuff done and lifted and, you know. I'm going to have to go wake up a little bit in a minute. Let's see. What else do I have? Everybody needs to know that she's moved on. She's not worried about that stuff. Yes, you are. She thinks it's a competition between the royals. She thinks she's in competition. And her biggest competition is Kate. I believe a little bit that Meghan's trying to, look at me, look how beautiful I am, and look at me. So that, you know, to get her looks out the way before the coronation. Meghan is strategic. And she does it in a way that people would think is harmless, but others, like myself, think it's a fake fraud. It's all a show for her. I believe she's living in this fantasy world where she's acting out her life. And it's not a game. Your life is real. And people that you hurt, is affected by it. Sorry about that. I think I'm done. You tell me what you think about my breakdown. I'm going to do a recap. Meghan needs attention. She does. And she's trying to rebrand herself. And she's doing it at a time that is not a good space. It's almost like I'm having a wedding, but Meghan decides that she wants to come out and make things about her instead of making it about me right now because it's my wedding. Say, for instance, me and Meghan were sisters, and I'm the one that's getting married, but Meghan wants the attention on her. This is her way of doing it by introducing someone. It's so important that she does it right now. And it's so important that she takes her team out for to the Lakers game as a gesture of thank you. So, and then we go on with the letter and we talk about her deciding to move on from the racism claims. She's done with it. Oh, and that she's not satisfied with what. So, no, nobody care about you not being satisfied. You are not entitled. You are not better than everyone else in the world. You're not this. Even if she was the queen, the people still don't act the way she acts. Entitled. I'm better than you. You're beneath me, like a bully, or like you owe me something. Because now I'm the princess, Duchess of Sussex. And to me, as soon as she got that name, or as soon as she married Harry, she automatically put herself into a situation where she felt like she was better than everybody over there. I was listening to a segment yesterday, and someone was saying this very thing that I'm saying, that Meghan thinks that everybody else is belittled, even Oprah, even her best friends. And you can't tell me that that doesn't shine through when they're hanging out, that Meghan is thinking and talking about herself and making everything about the Duchess of Sussex. Because here we go. She's in the news. She's in our American news. Yesterday, when I was watching this clip, it was stating that how a letter had been leaked. And so on and so on. You know the story. And so I all I can do is guess about her end results, but I don't think anything is going to get resolved anytime soon with Meghan's shenanigans. It goes to show you that she's ready for war, and that all this talks about peace and forgiveness and Charles having a relationship with the kids. No. Meghan wanted us to see that her husband is supporting her. And he's an idiot to be supporting her. He's the idiot. And it just goes to show you that Harry is such a traitor to his family. And that he can't tell his wife what to do. He can't advise her what to do. He can't tell her no. He can't tell her wait. He can't tell her to go with him so that everybody can see the kids. No, Meghan's on self. Meghan's thinking about her brand, her life, her stuff, what's best for her, her looks, her things, her tigs, her memoirs, her Netflix, her Montecito life, her Archie Well and her foundation at the Lakers game, her and her husband pretending like they have a relationship. When that headline hit that they're separated and so on, that would mean Harry got balls. Let me just go through this real quick. I think I'm done. I'm 29 minutes in. We're out of here. Thank you, lovely people. Have a wonderful evening. I know I always say this. This will probably be the video of the day. Have a wonderful afternoon. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and tell me what you think about my thoughts. I did an analysis today, and normally I don't really go in on her appearance too much or her body language and what she's doing and stuff like that, because I am not a psychic, and I'm not a body language person. But I just think about how I would be feeling and what would be going on with me. But it's hard for me to do that with Meghan because she's so selfish. And she doesn't think about anybody but herself. And so 95% of the things that she does, I wouldn't do.